Hey guys, it's Animelover and we're back with another video. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about how I kind of got into art and why I wanted to be an artist. So it's a pretty straightforward answer. I'm going to be honest with you guys. Um, Basically it started all with I wanted to work for Disney as a kid and I just kept trying to get better at art because I wanted to work for Disney. And basically for a good portion of my younger years, so up until 5th grade, honestly, I was like, I want to work for Disney and all that. And that was the main motivator of why I drew and why I was trying to get better and stuff like that. And it helped. I mean, the art I drew back then was still garbage. But that's how it works. You're progressing as a little artist, and it was good for the time and all that. And my dad, crazy enough, my art, if you have seen my art back then, you'd think I've watched anime. Surprisingly, I didn't watch anime until 6th grade. So, it's crazy. I would have to find some old art that I've done, but it kind of looked like anime and it was weird. But surprisingly, the main motivation I had growing up was Disney or cartoons that I watched, but it was never anime, surprisingly. And I find that kind of funny, thinking about that, because I've seen my old art and I'm just like, wow, that just looks like an anime thing. Yet I've never watched anime. Maybe I saw one episode of Pokemon and that was it. Nothing else. But it was mostly just Disney. And that was honestly the truest, most main thing that really got me wanting to be an artist. And man, we've been doing art for so long. I think I've started since preschool, and I've still been drawing, obviously. And obviously, passions change, and I don't want to work for Disney anymore because, one, I can't animate for shit. But also, it's just, Disney. Honestly, I'd rather make my own stuff, and if anything, I want to be more of a comic artist than anything, and I like making comics. I like just doodling random things and just dumb stuff. Just animating isn't my full thing. Yes, I want to do animation or animix, but it's not the thing that really gets me motivated and enjoying art. It's more of the comic aspect. Hell, even if you look at my animix, it's more of in a comic kind of way of it going more than it actually being an anime and an animation, because I'm too lazy to draw multiple frames and all that. And God, it's interesting to see of how far I've come as an artist, thinking on it, of just I wanted to be an animator and now I want to be a comic book artist more than anything. And it's just wow, that switched gears. It's still in the same kind of area, but I just switched it all together. And I just find that kind of funny of how things change and how you just, as a little kid, you think things are so, not easy to do, but as a little child, I thought it was so easy to animate. And my little child self had never animated once, kind of thing. So I don't know where I thought, oh, this is going to be so easy. I'm going to be able to do it so well. And then I don't even practice for several years. And I kind of do it in high school, where I did a project and all that, but then we were just nah, we're not gonna do it, kind of thing. And so it's kind of funny to just see that, where I thought it was so easy as a child, but didn't do anything about it. And then it was more of the comic aspect that I did more of, that I found out that I actually enjoyed more of. And it's interesting to see where that, the beginning thing of your art journey came from. Because everyone probably has their own different ways of why they wanted to become an artist, or why they started drawing to begin with. And honestly, I'd like to hear that from you guys down in the comments. What got you guys into art? Because honestly, mine is just the straightforward, dumb kind of answer of I want to work for Disney. But I want to know what got you guys into drawing and stuff, because I want to hear other people's art journeys. And did they change, basically? Did you, as a kid, why'd you become an artist? And Was it because you wanted to work for somewhere? Was it because you wanted to do something? And did that passion change at any point? Or did you actually complete your goal and all that, and you're actually doing what you wanted to do when you were younger? I actually want to really hear that from you guys, because that sounds so interesting and all that, you know? We all get to hear each other's experience of how we all, you know, became artists and all that, and I'd love to hear that. And, you know, that just seems so cool to do, you know, a fun little thing in the comments. So this video is definitely going to be more on the shorter side, since honestly there wasn't much I could say or I could think of what to say, because honestly I gave you guys the most straightforwardest answer on why I wanted to be an artist, and there was honestly nothing else really to say. And, you know, if you guys, like, you know, enjoyed this video and want to see more, please leave a comment, you know, asking us questions on what you want to, like, hear from us, or what type of stories you want to hear and all that. Because honestly, we got a bit. It's going to take a bit for me to remember and all that kind of thing of just, like, I can't think of it on the spot, honestly. Like, I have, like, a list of things that I wrote just because of, like, I knew I was going to forget. But honestly, ask questions and maybe, like, we'll answer them in a future video and all that. And if you guys want to see more of these ramble, non-scripted, very unprofessional type videos, you know, leave a like, comment, and subscribe. And, you know, it really means a lot if you guys do, because it lets us know if you guys really enjoy the videos and if you want to see more from us. And, you know, I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye!